Okay, so today we're going to be doing equations and inequalities. So it says Marlene spends a total of $58 at the bookstore. She purchases 4 books of equal price and spends an additional $4 on sales tax. While the situation be represented by an equation or inequality, it would be represented by an equation because it says total. So now you're going to write the equation. Well, since it says total, so you're going to set that equal to 58. And then it's going to be 4x plus 4. And when you solve it, you get x is equal to 13.5. Well, a big equal is just equal. You put a big solid dot over your answer because it equals that answer. Number 2, Travis studies and reads for at least 16 hours per week. He studies an equivalent number of hours each night, 5 nights per week, and then he reads 4 hours per week. This is going to be an inequality. Because it says at least 16 hours. So that means 16 hours or more. So the equation would be greater than or equal to 16, and it would be 5x plus 4. So when you solve it, you get x is greater than or equal to 2.4. Since it says it's equal to, you're going to put a nice big solid dot above 2.4. And since it's an inequality, you're going to go to the right. The reason why you go to the right is because it says it's greater than. So it can be 2.4 or greater. So it can be 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, and so on. So just a little notes on the side. The open circle would be for the less than or greater than. A closed circle would be for the less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and then the equal sign. So all of these would be a solid dot. So for questions 3 through 5, write an equation or inequality to represent each situation within the set of positive rational numbers. Then graph the solution on the number line. So it says 257 students at White House Junior High went on a field trip to Six Flags. 5 buses were equally filled with students. 17 students traveled by car. Represent the number of students on each bus. So this is going to be an equal equation because this equals 257. So it says 5 buses, but you don't know how many kids on it. So you have 5x plus the 17 on the bus. So when you solve it, you get x equals 48. So it'll be 48 kids on each bus. Since there's an equal sign, you have one big solid dot above the 48. Okay, number 4. Cheyenne sells jewelry to raise money for summer camp. She sells earrings for $3 per pair and necklaces in dollars each. Her jewelry sales totals more than $250, representing the amount a Cheyenne could charge per necklace if she sells 14 pairs of earrings and 52 necklaces. So it says more than $250. So it's going to be greater than $250. So it can't equal $250 because it has to be more than that. So it'd be $251, $252, and so on. So then you're going to have 52 in, because you don't know how you're going to sell the necklaces, how much you're going to sell it for, plus 42. And the way I get 42 is because she's selling 14 pairs of earrings at $3 per pair. So you're going to do 14 times 3, which is 42. So when you solve it, you get n is greater than 4. So that since there's no equal, it's going to be an open circle, and it goes to the right because it's greater than 4. Whoops. Number 5, Felicity purchases 4 hair bows for school, each costing the same amount. Including a $10 gift card she received for her birthday, Felicity wants to spend a maximum of $20 on the bow. Represent B, the possible cost of the hair bow. So she wants to spend a maximum of $20. So it means it's going to be less than or equal to $20 because she can spend $20 or less. And your equality would be 4x plus 10. The reason why it's not minus 10 is because the $10 is part of what she's spending on the hair bows. So when you solve it, you get x is less than or equal to 2.5 or $2.50. So since it can equal it, you're going to put a nice big solid dot above it, and then you're going to go to the left, okay? Because it's less than $2.50. Okay, go to the back. On number 2, it says Josiah earns $8 per hour for the first 40 hours he works. He earns $12 per hour for each hour he works over $40 in a week. Josiah's earnings this week totaled more than $380. Which of the following best represents the number of hours over 40 Josiah worked in this week? Okay, so it has to be more than 380. So it's greater than 380. And then you're going to have 12H plus 320. The reason why I got 320 is because he makes $8 an hour. So he already worked 40 hours. So you're going to multiply that by 8 and get 320. So the answer would be J. So now what we're going to do is we're going to graph the solution on a number line. So you're going to have 12H plus 320 is less than 380. So when you do that, less than would be B. Because he can work more hours. Okay? Okay, so again, this is relatively easy. All you have to do is pay attention to what it's saying, pay attention to the sign it's asking for, and then write down the equation or inequality.